Welcome to Master 2255 English Phrasal Verbs, complete course with 150 categories for fluency. Today, we're moving forward with Category 128, Time and Deadlines, Key Phrasal Verbs for Better Organization. In this lesson, you'll master essential phrasal verbs that will help you stay on schedule, meet deadlines, and become more organized in your daily life. Let's start with setup. This means to arrange, organize, or prepare something in advance. For example, we need to set up a meeting with the project team for next Monday. It's often used when planning events, calls, or schedules. Next, we have put off. This means to delay or postpone something. For instance, don't put off your assignments until the last minute, or you'll feel overwhelmed. It's a common phrase for procrastination. Then there's run out of. This means to use up all of something, especially time or resources. For example, we ran out of time before we could finish the project. It's useful for discussing deadlines, supplies, or energy. Up next is get around to. This means to finally do something after a delay. For example, I'll get around to cleaning my room this weekend. It's often used to describe tasks you've been putting off for a while. Then we have hold off. This means to delay or wait before doing something. For instance, they decided to hold off on launching the new product until next month. It's used when you want to wait for a better time to act. Next is work on. This means to spend time improving or developing something. For example, she's working on her presentation for the big meeting. It's all about effort and progress on a task. Let's move to meet up with. This means to gather or connect with someone at a specific time and place. For instance, I'll meet up with my friends at the cafe at 3 p.m. It's great for scheduling social or professional gatherings. Then there's move up. This means to reschedule an event for an earlier time. For example, the deadline was moved up, so we have to submit the report by Friday instead of Monday. It's important for time-sensitive changes. Next, take up. This means to start doing something new or to consume time or space. For instance, I've taken up a new hobby, painting, or this project is taking up all my free time. It's about starting something new or discussing how time is used. Another key verb is carry on with. This means to continue doing something despite interruptions. For example, even after the power went out, we carried on with the presentation using a laptop. It's about perseverance and staying on track. Now, let's talk about set aside. This means to reserve time or money for a specific purpose. For instance, I set aside 30 minutes each day to review my notes. It's useful for talking about time management and resource planning. Then there's wrap up. This means to finish or conclude something. For example, let's wrap up the meeting with a quick summary. It's often used to end meetings, projects, or activities. Next, we have pushback. This means to delay or reschedule something for a later time. For instance, the meeting was pushed back to 3 p.m. because the manager was running late. It's the opposite of move up. Then there's catch up on. This means to do something you missed or fell behind on. For example, I need to catch up on all the emails I missed while I was on vacation. It's about regaining lost time. Finally, we have stick to. This means to continue following a plan, schedule, or goal. For instance, if you stick to your schedule, you'll finish all your tasks on time. It's about staying disciplined and consistent. And that's it for Category 128, Time and Deadlines, Key Phrasal Verbs for Better Organization. These phrasal verbs will help you stay organized, avoid procrastination, and meet your deadlines. This was Category 128 of our course. Keep mastering these verbs, and I'll see you in the next lesson.